the session on Kisan Vikas Patra certificate account. In this session, we shall discuss the procedure to be followed in Finacle for opening KVP certificate account. First, log on as an operator in the Finacle and enter the menu CMIS AOP in the menu shortcut field and click Go. Now enter the SIF ID of the customer in the SIF ID field. In the product group field drop down, choose KVN. In the product scheme code field, choose KVP16 and then click Go. Now the name and address of the customer will automatically populate. Choose the mode of operation as per the details mentioned in the account opening form. Enter the amount of deposit in the deposit amount field. If the account is opened through SAS agent, enter the agent ID in the agent ID field after setting the radio button in the agent. Scroll down and enter the nomination details. If you have the SIF number for the nominee, enter the SIF number. The name and address will automatically fill in. If the SIF number of the nominee is not available, then enter the nominee name, choose the relationship, enter the address, enter the percentage share, enter the PIN code so that the state and the city or the customer can give a bank check for clearance. Can be cash deposit in the transaction required field. There are three types by which you can deposit in the KVP. It can be cash deposit or it can be debit from the existing SB account of the customer, or the customer can give a bank check for clearance. If you set the radio button in cash in the transaction type field, it means the cash deposit. If the customer is presenting a check for the clearance, set the radio button in the transfer in transaction type field and enter the debit account ID field as a sole ID followed by 0382. If the customer is having a SB account and he wants it to be debited from the SB account, set the radio button transfer in the transaction type field and enter the SB account of the customer in the debit account ID field. Set the radio button as Yes in the account's document receipt type. Enter 1 in the number of documents received field. Choose 016 in the document code field to select the account opening form. Enter today's date in the document date. Choose scan required in the scan details field. Shown by the Finacle, then click submit. It will show the transaction ID is shown. Note down the account number on the account opening form and KYC form. Also note down the transaction ID on the payslip and pass on them to the supervisor for verification. Now let us see the steps involved in the verification. Choose verify. Ensure closure of the KVP certificate account. The KVP certificate account may be prematurely closed by making an application in the form SB7B to the account office at any point of time before maturity under certain circumstances, like on the death of the account holder in a single account, or any or all the account holders in a joint account. On forfeiture by a pledgee being a gazetted officer, when ordered by a court, if the account holder wishes to close the KVP certificate account voluntarily, then the account can be prematurely closed only after expiry of 2.5 years from the date of opening of the account. If the account is closed before 2.5 years from the date of opening, then the principal amount along with the simple interest calculated at the rate applicable from time to time to the post office savings account for the completed months for which the account has been held shall be payable. If the account is closed after 2.5 years from the date of opening, the amount inclusive of interest shall be payable as specified on the table which is displayed on the screen. Friends, hope you have understood the conditions for the premature closure of the KVP certificate account. In our next session, we will discuss about the maturity closure of the KVP account. Thank you for watching this for the maturity closure of the KVP certificate account and payment process through post office savings account. Before processing for the account closure, it needs to be ensured that the SIF ID of the KVP account should be same as that of the post office savings account. If there are two different SIF IDs, then before closure, those two SIF IDs need to be merged using the menu HCCA. The menu used for closure of the KVP account is CSC CAAC. First, log on to Finacle as operator and enter the menu CSC CAAC and click Go. Choose Close from the function. Enter the account number and check the name of the customer. Click on Get Signature icon to view the signature of the customer. Compare the signature with the signature available on closure form and click on Go. This is a closure screen. Here there is a tab called Closure Details. Click on it. In the closure mode, there are two options. If the amount is less than 20,000, then payment can be made by cash. And the other option is repayment account only. This option will be used when the customer is requesting for a check. If the customer is requesting a check, choose repayment account ID and enter the sole ID followed by 0340 in the repayment account and make a check request to the head post office. Here we are going to credit into SB account of the customer. So we are choosing SB account in this field and enter the SB account of the customer in the repayment account ID field. Click on the closure exception tab. We are supposed to enter the reason for the closure in the closure reason code. If it is a normal closure, enter the code as normal. You can click on the search icon to get the multiple reason codes such as death claim, exceptional closure, normal closure, etc. Here we are choosing normal. Then click on submit. The account is closed and the closure proceeds are credited into SB account. Now the transaction needs to be verified by the supervisor. The menu used for the verification of the closure is CSC CAAC. Log on to Finacle as supervisor. Enter the menu CSC CAAC and click on Go. Choose Verify from the function. Enter the account number. The supervisor must check the signature of the customer by selecting Get Signature icon. Click on Go. Click on Closure Details tab. Check the SB account number. Click on Closure Exception tab. Check the reason for closure. Click on Submit. Now the account closure is verified successfully and the closure proceeds are credited into the SB account. If the account holder wishes to close the account and transfer the amount by ECS, then the steps explained for the MIS account ECS closure may please be followed. With this, we come to the end of the series on the KVP account.